If podcast, let's shine bright. Podcast, let's go. Carry one vision, one mic, now we on the show.
This is the If Podcast. This is episode 3. I'm your host, Xavier McKnight.
And this is your co-host, Kendrick Holmes.
We got another special guest. Who we got today?
Man, we have Shakira Reedus, man. AKA Grandma Pearl.
Grandma Pearl.
I mean, you've seen her in so many things, man. You've seen her in 10 Reasons Why Men Cheat. You've seen her in Bars, man.
Jada is not out yet, but she will be starting and leading that one.
I was Southside.
Man,
it's like, I was watching some things, and I was like, man, she's just incredible, man.
She's been working.
And taking the internet by storm.
Yeah, I was going to say, and she got the skits everywhere. Grandma Pearl.
Say that.
With her sugar babies.
Say that. I know y'all these some sugar babies too. Everybody can be my sugar baby. I'll take care of all y'all.
So how did you get your start in acting and filmmaking, I would say?
In filmmaking?
Yes.
Wow, y'all consider me a filmmaker?
Oh, you are a filmmaker.
You definitely are.
I met you at a film fest. You're a filmmaker.
Okay, true. They try to separate content creating and filmmaking. So I thought, I didn't have a big budget film
it's
yet.
A film. There's a story
okay,
there.
I appreciate that. How I started as a filmmaker. Thank you. Honored, really. But I started back in about 2015. I finally hopped on the YouTube and I was like, hey, I want to practice being an actor. And that was the whole reason for me putting myself on camera, to practice being on camera, practice behind the camera, see what they do behind the camera so that I could help them and things like that. And when I got into it, I found out I was really freaking good at it. Can I curse on here?
Yeah.
Okay, I was really fucking good at it. And that was how it started. When I started my YouTube journey, I was just like practicing acting, and I was transitioning from theater to on camera. Okay. So being in the content creating film really helped me just get better at acting and in production, surprisingly.
And what is your misconceptions people might have about your life as an actress?
Oh, I don't know. Y'all tell me. What y'all think? Y'all got misconceptions of me? I don't know what the streets be saying for real. I say to myself,
they say you're an amazing actress. That's what they say.
Thank you. I don't know any misconceptions. I don't know. Some people say I make it look easy, but I work just as hard as y'all. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, so much goes down, so much goes on that we don't talk about or we don't show to the world.
Let's talk about it.
You know what I'm saying?
What's some of the obstacles of making films, making skits, which are films, your stuff are films? What are some of the obstacles you've been facing doing it since you started?
Consistency and criticism, but it might be self-criticism, really. I don't know, because you know the comments. You see the good comments and you see the bad comments. And for some reason, the bad comments stick out. They just so loud, the haters and all that stuff. So when I read them, like, oh, my content must not be good. They hate it, or I'm being too sexual or not funny enough or something like that. Then I'll bring that on me and I'm self-judging, criticizing. And that'll stop my consistency flow too. And because it puts me in a bad place, you know? But I know in this industry, in this economy, you just got to kind of keep your head up, keep looking forward, and stay consistent.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said too sexual. What did that mean? Just because in the terms of when it comes to women in filmmaking, and your stuff is a little sexual.
Yeah.
Grandma Pearl.
Yeah.
The common misconception is you're either undressing, or some people feel like, oh, women shouldn't have to do that. It's not usually in between.
Yeah. There is no in between. You got to remain strong in that, which is crazy because in every art form or in any business, if y'all pay attention, there's always some form of selling sex. You know what I'm saying? They talk about it all the time. We got to sell sex. It gets people attention. So I just watched The Temptations the other day, part 1. Don't take my black card, y'all. But
your first time? Oh.
I'm like, well, don't take your black card. Wait, hold on.
Hand it over.
I seen Temptations, and at first they was just stiff and dancing and singing, and then the other guys came in. They said, "Nah, we selling sex. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? And sing, because in every form you're selling sex in some type of way." I might be a little bit blunt about it, and I've had to dial back in my career. I've learned, but I don't think I'm too sexual. I like to compare myself to people like Halle Berry. She was out there, still out there on the balcony, butt naked, drinking wine. Okay, like I don't think I am, but I just think I can be too much. So, like I said, I've had to learn to dial back so that way I'm not following into the realm of porn.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was gonna say that too. Like, how do you build chemistry with your co-star for a romantic or intense scene? You know, from watching your movies that you're in. You know, how did you?
I don't know. I'm just comfortable with that stuff. So,
How do you make them comfortable?
Yeah.
I'll talk to them. Hey, what can I do? Consent is sexy. You know what I'm saying? Can I touch you? Can I kiss you? We'll just have a conversation. I think conversations is important in anything, really, communication. But yeah, you know, talk to them, do a little intimacy coordination of our own if there's not an intimacy coordinator on set. And just letting them know that I'm open to whatever you want to do. I'm open to pretty much any freaking thing. So I think that makes people feel comfortable enough to be open as well.
You're a creator.
Yeah. But not everybody is that open.
Yeah.
Every creator is not that open. They're like, I'm not doing this. When I was, I don't want to put his name out there.
No,
so when I worked a movie and I was with a big star, he had a rule. He was like, hey, I'm freshly married and I got this fresh newborn. I don't want any sex scenes, any sexual encounters, anything. So it was kind of a little bit hard to maneuver it, and I was scared to say something. But when it came to our scene, I was like, you know what, let me speak up. Hey, can I touch you? Can I just grab your hand? Something, you know, what makes you feel comfortable? He's like, oh, you could do all that. I was like, but you just said. He was like, no, that's not too much. I'm like, okay, I get it.
You did ask permission, and it's always nice to ask permission.
Consent is sexy, y'all.
I'll use that. Consent is sexy.
It is. It is.
So growing up for you, who inspired you?
Will Smith.
Ooh, that's mine.
Yeah,
That's
I
mine.
love Will Smith. I love just how much range he has, how dynamic he is, especially how he just started rapping and fell into acting literally in a way, and he can be funny and dramatic, and that's a lot of my inspiration too. I love drama, but I love comedy, and I love how I can mix it and play both sides and just show all my range. I really love Will Smith. I was also a big fan of Halle Berry.
Okay.
And Kerry Washington.
Ooh.
How do you think the film industry is evolving in Chicago?
Ooh, I think it's definitely growing. A lot more people are coming here to film, especially since LA is on fire. Sorry about that, guys. For real, my heart goes out to y'all. That really sucks.
Well, we're in Windy City, so we blow the fires out.
Yeah.
No, cut that. No, the wind grows the fires. That's the problem in LA. The Santa Ana winds. But
I'm
yeah,
not a weatherman. I'm not Tom Skelly.
you just learned something new. But yeah, no, I lived in LA, so I know how bad those fires can get, and that really sucks. Y'all evacuate. But I think the film industry in Chicago is really growing, really evolving. The tax credits I heard are wonderful now, so that's good. But the thing I don't like about it is Chicago's still clout basy, and I don't like how they're bringing shows and movies here, but you're still flying out of town people in to be in that shit. Use your Chicago fam. It's some amazing talent here. I feel like I'm not from Chicago. I'm from Gary, Indiana, but because it's the nearest metropolitan city where all the work is, that's where I'm gonna be. And I think Chicago's an amazing place. A lot of talented people. A little biased with the clout thing, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we always mention we don't believe they should be flying actors out from LA or wherever to Chicago.
New
We
York
have
and all
so much
that.
talent here, and they can save the money and just put it in our pocket.
You know? Yeah.
But I mean, so Chicago is a tough city to learn how to get started in the industry. What are some things that would help you on your journey when you were starting off? Even though you're not from here, you're from Indiana. What are some things that would assist you?
Theater. Oh my God, local theater, church theater, everything. I think good actors start in theater. If you didn't start in theater, no offense. No shade, no tea.
I was Tiny Tim in high school, so I started in theater.
Okay. But I think actors should start in theater so they learn how to be on their toes, learn how to connect with castmates and your audience. And being in person and in-person acting experience is completely different from being on camera. And I think everybody should experience that. It makes you feel so alive, as well as making the people who are watching it just feel so alive. Like, I think that connection and that feeling just deepens the craft of being an actor and translating that on screen. Ooh, that was a lot. But yeah, if you are starting out in Chicago specifically, I say theater because it's a hot spot Really, it's a lot of theater going on here. It's like a little mini New York type shit. Like we have Chicago what's it called? Broadway in Chicago. I know because I used to work there. Great program. We have Broadway in Chicago. The improv community is hot, so you can hop on a stage anywhere and just try stuff. Put yourself out there. I think that's a great way to start if you want to start your acting journey in Chicago, and then move on to the student films, friend projects, web series, and stuff like that to learn how to do the on-camera stuff.
So I was thinking too, like, some of us got that gift when we naturally funny, and some of us got to create some things to be funny. So with you, I feel like you're naturally funny. And with that being said, have you ever tried like stand up or anything?
Everybody keeps saying that. Yes, I tried it once, and it went okay. It was okay, but I was like, I don't know. It is kind of my cup of tea, but like a half cup of tea.
What so you performed live stage?
Kind of like it, kind of did.
I think I would do it better if I was more prepared, especially that day. But it was like an open mic. I just hopped up there. I was like, let me see what happens. And it went well. But I think because I do a lot of improv comedy at like IO, Second City, Annoyance Theater, that it helped me do the stand-up gig that day. So I could probably do stand-up. I think so. I think it'll be fun.
And with this Grandma Pearl, what made you come up with this whole idea of Grandma Pearl? She's something else.
She is something else.
She's something else. And totally different from you, of course.
No, it's not though. That's me.
No?
That's me.
Oh,
That's going to be her in about 40 years. I'm scared.
It's another part of me, for sure. You know how people say, oh, you gonna make me get out of character? No, baby, I'm never out of character. That's in my character. My character might be just put up because I can't just be Grandma Pearl, popping out my titties all the time.
Yeah.
But that is my character. She just be put up, but she come out at the right times. And I mean, as an actor, we all have different sides to us that we tap into when we're doing these characters and developing characters and reading scripts, doing the scenes and stuff like that. And call us like what, schizo, bipolar? Because I think that's kind of what it is. I digress. I came up with Grandma Pearl because from a child, people have been calling me grandma. Like, well, I started as a mom. And then I graduated to grandma. I have no kids, by the way. But I'm just that friend that's like, you okay? Y'all good? I go out, I turn up, get wild. Hey, all right, let's safely get home. Come on. It is my bedtime. Y'all, come on. Let's do what's right. We got to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? But I make sure my loved ones or anybody around me are well taken care of and appreciated and stuff like that. And I feel like that comes with being a grandma. Now, Pearl, can I curse?
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can.
Y'all might have to bleep this one out. Pearl is my pussy, okay? That's the wild side of me. Like, grandma is the nice, caring, I take care of you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, if I can. So that's the grandma side of me. But Pearl is the crazy, turn up, wild, sexy, fun side of me. That's that college me. That was me in high school and college. That's the crazy me that I really love that time in my life because I just always had fun. But I know I had to grow up and leave the past behind me and leave everybody with it. But I was like, but that part of me, I still want to have fun. I shouldn't have to let that go.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So I made the character Grandma Pearl so I could still embody that spirit and person that I am.
Nah, I'm thinking like you should do maybe like a Grandma Pearl stage play or something.
Grandma Pearl movie.
Yeah, movie or something like.
I agree.
I'm putting that in my notes.
For real.
I'm watching all these kids, and that's why I said you are a filmmaker because there's a story here. Like this is right there. If we get, and this is not saying inside the Perry, but we get a million Medea movies where Medea go to a funeral. If we could get a Grandma Pearl movie.
You know what? You're on to something. Thank you for that.
For real.
Thank you. I needed that. And you know what's crazy? Before Grandma Pearl, there was Clover Chronicles. That was me when I first started YouTube. I was like, I need a niche, idea, a story or something. So I started Clover Chronicles as just like a kind of like a relatable but off-putting series about my life. it was just funny sketches I came up with in college that had nothing to do with anything.
So tell us about your creative process, because obviously you write your stuff. So how do you get into your mode? How do you get like, all right, it's time to create? Or do you be like, oh, idea, let me write this down and then go back to it later?
Well, either I'm high, I'm horny, or spirit is just moving through me. Gonna lie to you. It's one of those three. Sometimes I'll just be sitting there stressed, like, God, I need an idea. What can I do? And then I'll be inspired by like this paint on the wall. I'll be like, grab my Pearl Desire class. Fuck yeah. What? That's the sign. Or I'll just be horny. And a lot of but for real, a lot of people don't know you're creative. Like your creativity and your horniness go hand in hand because it's all in the same chakra. If you're spiritual, you know that it's your sacral chakra that produces either your horniness or your creativity. And that's why a lot of people in the industry are horny. P. Diddy. But but yeah, or I'm high.
We're not gonna say Diddy
high.
was super creative though.
No, but he was a freak ass nigga. Or I'm just high. You know, when you're high, you come up with anything. Drunk too. I'm just under the influence. It's a great idea. Let me put in my notes for tomorrow. Then I wake up like, wow, that's a great idea. I thought about this. Right.
So what are your hobbies or passion outside of acting?
Yoga, Pilates, aerial arts. I have a dog. So I'm a dog mom. I really enjoy spending time with her and my siblings' family. They are my heart. What else? That's pretty much it. Reading and writing too. I think outside of all of that, I'm kind of regular and boring.
Regular and boring. You do a lot
Window
of stuff.
shopping.
So how was your experience as well working on Southside?
Southside was cool.
Yeah.
And you know what? If I knew now what I knew back then, I think I would have, I guess, had a greater benefit from it because I was booked. And look, lie on y'all resume. I was actually booked as a featured extra. But looking at it, I had a name, a credit. I'm on set. I got a sister who's the main plot of the story. I said, this is co-star. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I said, this is co-star. But that's how the industry be trying to play you. That's a different topic for another day.
Give that advice.
Yeah, don't let the industry play you, okay? If I knew now, but I also didn't have an agent when I did Southside, so that's probably why I could only do feature extra versus being booked as a co-star. Because I would have called my agent so quick, like, hey, they trying to play me over here.
Hey, they're not keeping our money.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But my experience there was good. What was it? It was 2018. I was pretty young, and I was just excited to be there. So, you know, I'm talking to people on set. I said, yeah, hey, I'm Maple. And they're like, hey. And then Officer Goodnight was playing like he was from Gary. So I asked him, I said, hey, have you really been to Gary? Do you know anything about Gary? And he's like, I drove through once. I said, okay, well, I get the fucking social cue. But I mean, later he was pretty nice. By Sear, I think that's his real name. Yeah, I met him again. I said, yeah, remember that time you was being a little snotty towards me?
He was just in work mode.
Right, he was just in work mode. And that's why I didn't get upset or anything. I was like, okay, they must be really focused. I'm gonna leave them alone or whatever. But it was a good experience. They were really nice. And they was like, you're a natural, and I am.
Yeah. So what are some of the things you're working on now for far as 2025?
Filmmaking, apparently. I am creating content every day. I want to get a budget and make my own movie because I got a few people I could be pitching to help me produce it. So I'm excited about that. Looking forward to that. And I mean, other than that, you know, training, networking, traveling, all that good stuff, and just continue to grow, evolve, and take care of my mental and physical health, all that good stuff. And looking forward to a couple releases this year. Actually, I have a horror comedy coming out next month, The Black Quarry. I shot that in Austin, Texas like 3 years ago. And it was in a film festival circuit, and now it's coming to streaming.
Okay.
Do you know the date?
Nah, I don't. But I know he said coming soon. I just did a podcast interview with him too. We talked about Jada. The Preacher's Truth. If y'all familiar with Bo and Will.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
shot that with Mike Sampson. He just shouted us out on the Chicago show y'all got. What's it called? The News or something?
Chicago's the news.
The News.
WGN.
I'm looking forward to a lot this year. You know, they say I think every year is my year. So whether I'm learning, growing, booking, failing, whatever, every year is my year because I'm just becoming a greater woman every time.
It's about progression and keep growing.
Yeah, and improving. I didn't give up, so that's all that's important.
Oh, what was a moment where you felt like you wanted to give up? What was one of the hard moments? And it's too personal. You don't have to get too deep into it, but what was a moment where it was like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this?
Honestly,
You never had it?
no, all the time, actually. I have that pretty often. I'm just like, especially in recent years, you know, we have to strike the pandemic and all this bullshit, you know, and then we don't even have a pilot season no more, and now it's all streaming, and it's just a lot. So in the more recent years, I'm like, you know, why did I choose acting? Why did I choose something more stable? Because it's scary over here. But then I look at the other jobs like doctor and lawyer. I'm like, but they're fucking boring. So it's really scary. I do think that pretty often. And I also think about how people choose one path, but they end up excelling in a whole nother path, which will also help them contribute to the first path. But that other path just takes them off. So I'm like, you know, I want to be an actor, always have been, but I think I could really do great in filmmaking because I'm good at editing, producing, and directing.
You are a filmmaker.
Yeah, you're
I'm a filmmaker, and I also thought about rapping. No, I'm playing.
I'm just saying, the Grandma Pearl go to the studio. It's right there. It's right there.
I think I'm a good rapper. I do. I be having some shit to say because I be in my feelings.
Any advice you have for any for the younger or upcoming actresses?
That's trying to get where you are and have the experiences that you had.
Even
Yes.
with getting comfortable with their own skin.
Oh, yes. Wow, so much advice. That's probably been repeated over and over, but y'all need to hear it over and over
Yes.
again because this is a hard industry to be in my opinion. You know, of course, keep going, be consistent, keep your head up, but find you and stay with you and find a community that accepts you and helps and y'all can build off each other, you know. Find a community that also accepts themselves for themselves because it's hard to be around people who don't know themselves or even like themselves, you know, because then they don't like you and they try to force you not to like you. So love yourself and find people who love themselves and then everybody come together and spread some love. For real, because I think that'll help you just keep going, that support system and all that love. Because other than that, if I was by myself, I think I would have quit and went to like teaching.
That's funny because I was going to be a teacher, but I dropped out of college.
Yeah,
So-
that's like a good backup job. But yeah,
What do I like to do? Write English teacher?
right. What else do I like to do? I'm a yoga teacher. I can do that. But yeah, y'all keep going. Just keep going. It gets hard, but it's supposed to be hard and long. And that's how you get through it. Just know that it's a long game and no quick come up scam, nothing. I just watched Anjanou Ellis get her award on Essence, and she was just saying how she was in the game for 27 years. They start showing stuff she been did, but you can look at a lot of people and see that Denzel, the Will Smiths, the Nia Longs, all of them. You know what I'm saying? You know it's a long game. You at least minimum got to be in here for 20 years to say you somebody, not say we somebody. But to, you know, get that progression that everybody's looking for, the awards, the big names, working with the stars and stuff like that. So just keep going and know you got 20 years in this shit.
Yeah, we also want to say we really do appreciate you for stopping by.
Oh, man.
Thank you for having me.
I love Grandma Pearl.
And Grandma Pearl love you. I swear to God you do. I swear.
I saw you did a skit with Kendrick. I'm like, that's funny.
Yeah, that's coming this week. Yep, that's coming. I just dropped one today, but I'm trying to drop every like 2 to 3 days on YouTube. So y'all subscribe to my YouTube. It's under Grandma Pearl, but I'm also under The Actress and Entrepreneur.
And we can't let you go nowhere without this quick fire.
Yeah, it's just
You ain't going nowhere. 10 questions.
What's this?
This or that. It's just quick fire questions.
Oh.
And some of them we already answered. So
Okay.
it's nothing crazy.
I answered again. I told them before we started, I said, don't ask me shit about my love life. Okay, I'm focused on
All
me
of these
and
questions
I'm
are
working.
about her love life. All 10 questions about her 10 previous exes.
We just edited it all out, so
Just like, all right, first
We don't
quick
talk
fire
about
question.
Bruno.
Do you prefer to be in front of the camera or behind the camera?
What? Oh, I just said I have a career in both.
I know, but if you had to choose one.
You know what? I'm gonna say behind the camera because I have control.
audition or self-tape.
Huh? Oh, in person or self tape? In person.
Stage, film, or commercial?
Wait, is that 3?
Yeah.
Stage, film,
or
commercial.
commercial.
Stage. Ooh, nope. The commercial. Commercial.
Series or movie?
Movie.
What's your favorite film or show currently?
The Sex Lives of College Girls on HBO
I've
Max.
seen a few episodes.
It's pretty good.
An actor or actress you want to work with?
Will Smith.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I was just
Put that out there,
I like
yeah.
when people say that. It make me feel good.
Winter or summer?
Winter.
Would you visit? Okay.
Would you like to visit the past or the future?
The future.
Chef or maid?
Ooh, maid.
Early mornings or late nights?
Early mornings.
This is my favorite one. Lose a finger or gain 2?
It's a good question, right? Let us know about you.
I'm a game too. I want my 2 fingers.
I love it.
And just to add this,
One on each.
breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in for another new episode of
The If Podcast, the Independent Filmmaker Podcast. I'm your host, Xavier McKnight.
And I'm your co-host, Kendrick Holmes.
And I'm Shakira Reedus. Can I twerk? Can I
Until next time.
Hey y'all, it's Shakira, the actresspreneur, aka Grandma Pearl, and I just want to take this time to tell y'all, first of all, thank y'all for y'all support. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm dropping content on there every day, and hit me up if you want to be in a video. I do a little casting. Other than that, look out for my movies on all platforms. I'm in Bars. I'm in 10 Reasons Why Men Cheat, and I got a couple movies coming out this year: The Preacher's Truth, The Black Quarry. Just Google me, baby. You'll find me. I promise you. Love y'all and thank y'all again.